Welcome, everyone, and thank you for joining us this afternoon. I'm Jen Hahn, the Marketing Director for Naviant, and I'm here to kick things off. A few housekeeping items. We're recording this session, and you will receive a copy of the webinar at the end. And I encourage you to use the chat box for any questions you have, and we'll answer those at the end of the webinar. A survey will also pop up. Please fill that out at the end. That helps give us some much-needed feedback. Today, you're going to hear from Mike Carr, who's going to provide an overview of Naviant. He's our president and CEO. Unfortunately, Liz is not joining us as she's currently boarding an airplane in Utah, so we'll hear from her at a different point. Greg Albert, the Senior Manager of Professional Services and Support, is going to talk to you about all things support, some updates for you. Jason Bruner will cover contracts and accounting, and then I will cover all three extras. I want you to be aware that you're a Naviant customer. So with that, I'd like to introduce Mike Carr.
Thank you very much, Jen. I am absolutely thrilled to welcome all the DoxTek customers to Naviant. I know we're going to have a great long relationship with everybody and do a great job for everybody. So we're excited to welcome you to the Naviant family. Also, very thrilled to say that all 14 of the DoxTek sales and technical team members have joined Naviant, started on the 1st of January. So excited to welcome all the DoxTek employees to Naviant. The Naviant family currently has a staff, professional staff of over 75 professionals. And so besides seeing the familiar faces of all the DoxTek folks, you're going to get to meet some new professionals. Those folks are spread out over, of course, Salt Lake City, Utah, but our home office here in Madison, Wisconsin, and also our office in Cleveland, Ohio. These professionals serve over 200 global customers. I want to say a little bit about Naviant. Naviant has had great success and has built a very robust business. And we talk a lot about the importance of the folks, the professionals here at Naviant. And of course, our success, like the success of any business, is anchored by a great team of people. We take great care in the process of recruiting great talent and great care in retaining folks that are on our team. And then, of course, developing our team members. I think what you're going to find is a team that's incredibly professional, high caliber, expert level skills. And so I know you're going to enjoy working with everybody on the Naviant team. If you take a look at the screen, you'll see just a splash of the website. If you want to learn a little bit more about the Naviant DoxTek acquisition, of course, visit our website in the splash screen there. You can also learn a little bit more about Naviant on our website. I would note that the website is going to look a little bit different in the next 30 to 60 days as we're rolling out a new version of the website. And besides the website, I really do welcome the opportunity, phone calls, emails from anybody. I'd love to have a conversation. I know over the coming months, I'll get a chance to meet many of you. And in the meantime, I really welcome your phone calls and emails. So please reach out if you'd like to learn more about Naviant and how we'll work together. The next slide, I want to talk about just take a step back. About a year ago, I got a chance to get to meet some folks from DoxTek, specifically Michael Miles and Wayne Ritchie. And over just getting to know each other and talking about business and kind of benchmarking it with each other, how we conduct business, it became really apparent that we have many similarities. We share similar culture, similar values. We share a diverse customer base. Each of our companies care passionately about our clients and our team members.
And the more and more we talked and got to know each other, the more and more it makes sense for our organizations to come together and provide even a higher level of service to our clients. At Naviant, our vision has been for a long time to be a growth-oriented company. We believe very firmly that growth allows us to do a better job for you, our clients. It allows us to provide a great work environment for all of our team members. And maybe most importantly, it allows us to give back and be vital members of our community. And so we really, we're on it. We know that growth is necessary for us to do all those things. We also, I believe very firmly that growth is necessary for our very survival. The technologies, the solutions that we're delivering for you are very sophisticated and can be very impactful, incredibly transformative to your organizations. And in order for us to deliver those transformative solutions, we have to continually raise the bar. And the only way we can raise the bar is to grow our team and grow our capabilities. And I think this acquisition is an illustration of one way that we're doing that. Specifically, a couple things I'd like to point out. In the OCR capture space, as many of you on the line know, DoxTek brings some great capabilities in this space, specifically with their relationship with Abby software. And in addition to that, Naviant offers, in our solution set, is Brainware and AnyDoc, platforms. We've got 3 great solutions that we're able to use to solve problems for our customers. In addition to that, we have an incredibly talented technical team, a team that's not only versed in Abby, Brainware, AnyDoc, but also Kofax and other OCR platforms. I would say that our technical team is absolutely as good as you'll find in the market. So we're really excited about those capabilities and being able to bring those capabilities to you, but also the existing Naviant clients. In addition to our OCR presence, you'll be hearing more about this in the coming months, but Naviant operates in the robotic process automation space. We believe this is a perfect complement to what we do in terms of driving process efficiencies for our clients. And so we have a relationship with Cryon Systems, and likely we'll be introducing a relationship with Blue Prism in the coming months. But we believe that RPA is a tool that fits very nicely in what we do for our clients. Quick word about the graphic to the left. This graphic, I think, really illustrates the holistic approach that Naviant brings to the market. Specifically, the upper portion talks about business process management consulting. Our motto at Naviant has been for over a dozen years, process-focused excellence. And we go to market with a process-first approach, which basically means before we start talking about technology and the impact technology can make in your organization, we understand that first we really need to understand what are the underlying processes. So before we deploy technology, we want to make sure we have a clean process that the technology is being deployed against. And so we have a professional process consulting team, and we typically begin every engagement with a process-first approach or a discovery. One thing I'd also like to point out, to the right of the slide, you'll see multiple partner awards that we recently won from Highland, specifically in the capture space, the commercial space, and the marketing space. 3 of Highland's top 6 awards went to Naviant. We're incredibly proud of that, and just know that that reflects on the great folks that we have at Naviant and the team that we have at Naviant. I fully expect that next year we're going to do equally well. The next slide was going to be presented. I think that's going to be coming up here shortly. This was Liz Skolaski's slide. So as Jen mentioned, Liz unfortunately had a conflict and wasn't able to be here this afternoon. But Liz is our COO. You're going to absolutely love meeting Liz. She brings a unique energy, talent, and experience to the table. I know you're going to enjoy working with her and her team. She and I actually both celebrated our 12th year at Naviant recently. And I like to tease her frequently that I am actually 2 years her superior. So I've been here 2 weeks longer than she, but we've had a long run at Naviant and anticipate a future long tenure here. So this slide kind of takes you through our operational structure here at Naviant. The first thing that's going to take place is when you have a solution that you need deployed or a problem that you need solved, is you're going to work with your sales executive to scope out the project. Your sales executive is going to bring in the necessary technical resources to basically develop a statement of work or to scope that particular project. So they're going to bring in pre-sales engineer, an architect, consultants necessary to scope out that project. Once that project has been scoped out, it's going to be handed over to the Naviant project management team, which is going to oversee the entire project to completion. The project management team consists of 6 individuals. After the first phase of your project, likely, as I mentioned earlier, is going to include a process first discovery process. So you kind of see it on the lower right there. So our Naviant consulting group consists of consultants and business analysts, and they're basically going to develop that roadmap for your deployment. After the process discovery has been completed, the roadmap has been completed, the project's going to flip over to the implementation phase and to our Naviant professional services group. This group has 20 individuals in it. Professional services group is going to develop your project, integrate your solution into your existing system, and once that's been deployed, you're going to migrate to our customer success team for ongoing support of your solution. The customer success team has 11 individuals. You're actually shortly going to hear from Greg Albert, who heads up the PSG and the CST teams, so you'll hear from him shortly. In the mix here also is the newly minted Naviant training group. So over the years, we've heard from clients about the need for testing and training of the final solution in order for a project to be successful with end users. And so last year we introduced the Naviant training group, and it has absolutely been a huge success. Customers have raved about it, and in fact, we plan on adding an additional trainer in 2020. Really, our approach with the training group is kind of a train the trainer. So when a project gets completed, then the Naviant trainer will train some folks at your place. We will then train end users. And what we found is that it's just really helped end user adoption. And finally, I just want to show you a partial list of customers to kind of give you a sense of the customers that we serve in the varied markets and verticals that we serve. We're very proud of all these clients, and this is just a sampling of a few of them. And with that, I thank you. I just am excited to get a chance to meet you and have a conversation and learn more about your organizations. And as I mentioned before, please reach out if you have any questions or concerns or just want to get to know Naviant better. And with that, I will turn it over to Greg Albert.
Thanks, Mike. Hi, everyone. I'm Greg Albert. I oversee our customer success and professional services teams, and I'm excited today to share with you how you can connect with the Naviant Support team. So first thing I'd like to do is introduce the Naviant customer success team. 3 folks I would like to call out on this slide are first myself, who's in the upper left-hand corner of the screen, and then 2 other individuals. One is Andreas, who's joining us from DoxTek, and he's now going to serve as manager over our customer support group. The other is Nick Albanese, who is a customer success team supervisor, and he oversees our Ohio office. So working with the customer success team, we have 3 offices. They're based out of Madison, Wisconsin, Cleveland, Ohio, and now Orem, Utah. We're excited to note that for the last 15 years, we have been a Highland Diamond Support Award winner, which is Highland's highest award. Your support team has multiple certifications, and not just a standard support engineer, but also more advanced certifications, including API, workflow, and workview. And your customer success team comes to you with a customer empowerment philosophy. And what that means to us is not just a break fix, but a break, fix, and educate, and empower you to support your system long-term. So our standard business hours are 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. That said, we always have someone that's available for a call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. So if you have a critical issue or a system down emergency, please do give us a call. Now, there are multiple ways to contact our support team. First is email. Just support@navient.com. We have multiple folks who monitor that inbox throughout the day, and we'll get to your issue quickly. Next is the customer portal, which is a great tool, and I really encourage you to utilize it. And what it is a tool that you can use to see all of your open issues, as well as submit an issue, update an issue, share screenshots, and really communicate to make sure we get your issue resolved. The third is a live chat, and this is great for those one-off questions or things you just need a quick answer to. And then finally, as I mentioned above, we have a phone pool. And if you have a critical or system down emergency or a really high priority issue, please do call in. We'll get someone on the phone immediately and get a go-to meeting session going. Now, for the near term, please continue to use the avenues you are right now for support. That said, by the end of January, we are going to integrate DoxTek support team into our Naviant support team structure, and there will be a separate communication going out when this is available. So a few more things about working with our Naviant customer success team. First, I want to talk about goals. We have a couple goals that we really strive to achieve on this team. One is with triage. When you submit an issue, I want you to get a response within the first hour. And what that'll be is assigning a person, asking some follow-up questions, or saying, let's find a time to schedule a meeting and start to move forward on that ticket. The next is a follow-up. I want to have follow-ups every 24 to 48 hours at a minimum. If it's a high priority issue or critical, I just want to get on the phone and start working through it. But communication is key to solving a problem, and it's something we strive to achieve. As I mentioned, we do use go-to meeting sessions, and all your support team members have access to it, and we'll invite you to join those when you're working with them on an issue. If you do submit an issue in a given month, we will send you a customer survey, and I really encourage you to fill these out. I review these personally, every survey that's submitted, and it's how I work to better the team and therefore better the service you're providing. And also, I want to give an overview of our SLA, or support level agreement. What this is for a fee, you get unlimited business hour support and discounted after hours support from our customer success team. You also get access to monthly webinars that highlight a number of technical topics that might be of interest to your organization, as well as similar blog articles. You also have access to a basic audit in OnBase or a comprehensive audit at a discount, and that can make sure things are running in tip-top shape. And you also have a block of hours, which you could use for some configuration or if you want to upgrade your system. Now, I'm excited to announce that for DoxTek support maintenance customers, we are going to give you a free year of Tier 1 support. So you're going to be able to utilize all those great things I just referenced. With that, I just want to note, I'm looking forward to getting to know each and every one of you and to working with you. And next up is Jason.
Good afternoon. My name is Jason Bruner. I'm the controller here at Naviant. And today I'd like to introduce you to the team here from the accounting and finance side of things, how to contact with any questions you have, and then what to expect to moving forward with the accounting. So our internal accounting team is known as the Sales and Operational Support Team, or the SOS, and we are here for you. Jody and Carrie both have combined 25 plus years of experience here at Naviant alone. They're extremely capable and they have a heart for serving. They work with clients on the level from local governments all the way up to the enterprise level with Fortune 500 customers. Not only internally are they highly valued, but our software partners hold them in the highest regards. So any questions that you have moving forward, please feel free to email those to purchasing@navient.com. So what to expect moving forward? So any signed agreements, terms and conditions, statement of works, sales tax exemption certificates, W-9s, that can all be forwarded to purchasing@navient.com. From the invoicing side of things moving forward, any software that you have that's executed with a statement of work, that will be billed upon execution. And then all of our professional services are billed at the beginning month for the month prior. And then with maintenance renewals, about 90 days prior to expiration, you'll receive that new agreement from Carrie, and then it will be invoiced in the weeks coming after that. Just please let us know if your company or organization does require a purchase order. Let us know so we can get that in, so we get it processed how you need it processed. So with that, if you do have any questions or there's anything we can ever help you with, please feel free to reach out to that purchasing@navient.com email or reach out to myself as well.
All right, thank you, Jason. Again, I'm Jen Hine, the marketing director here at Naviant. This is our marketing team. So we have an entire team here to serve you, help serve up training, webinars, live events for you, all of which is included as part of being a Naviant customer. So this is our team. I encourage you to take a look at the names you'll probably be hearing from us, whether it's via email or Tim and Kevin reaching out to you to invite you to an event. We are here to help you. I wanted to mention our Naviant Summit. It's the main event at Naviant that all of our customers look forward to. It's a 2-day event, completely free of charge for you as our customer. We typically have over 200 clients and prospects that attended each year. We've always hosted it in Wisconsin. This year it is at Lambeau Field in Green Bay. Again, I mentioned it's a 2-day event. The first day are breakout sessions. They're typically 45 minutes. You can go between sessions throughout the day. There's a technical track, a business track. There's executive lunch that day as well, and usually a speaker that we bring in. So I encourage you to send your executives to the event. Your business users are welcome as well. We do have sessions typically around accounts payable and human resources and a variety of different departments. We also have a lot of technical training there on day 2, where it's hands-on. You come, you sit in front of a computer. We have a Highland resource there, a formal trainer that's running those sessions. And then if you're an OnBase client, we actually allow you to recertify at that event as well, free of charge. So I encourage you to check that out. There is a link on our website to it. The event is scheduled the week of October 12th. It just depends on when the NFL releases the schedule, if it'll be on Monday, Tuesday, or Tuesday, Wednesday. So you will receive in the follow-up to this webinar a link to the video so you can learn a little bit more about it. I also wanted to bring up that we will be hosting in Utah this year an OnBase and Abby kind of 1-day conference. I know DoxTek hosted something similar last year, so here's kind of an agenda that we host. We host this event in Ohio as well, along with some different lunch and learns in some different states as well. But this is kind of the tentative schedule for that. I don't have a time frame. It might be June time frame is kind of what I have in my mind, but that'll depend on what everyone is interested in. Some upcoming webinars. Again, I did mention we have an entire team that's here to provide for you. System admin training tips and tricks is coming up on February 19th. Our team hosts webinars pretty much every month. So this is a support webinar that's coming up February 19th. We host solution spotlights to learn more about your existing solutions that you already have on the other months. In addition to those, we host webinars for customers that are looking to do more with their system. from an industry perspective. So you can see we have the top 5 local government best practices webinar coming up. We have a robotics process automation. If you're new to that, I encourage you to sit in on these 2 sessions. The first one is kind of an intro to RPA and what it even is. And the second one, if you're a technical person and want to kind of deeper dive and see the software, that's what that one is intended for. And then reporting dashboards following up in April. So again, this is just kind of that first quarter. Expect this kind of cadence throughout the year. So we offer all different kinds of webinars and live events on top of these as well. So just wanted to make you aware of those, to check your inbox for them. As part of being a new customer, we provide this great welcome guide. It has a lot of the details I'm going to cover today, but also some other ones that you may not have known about, whether it's OnBase or Abby resources. This guide will cover it. So you will receive a copy of that at the end of this webinar as well. I wanted to point out a few key resources on our website. So go to Naviant.com. Across the top, you'll look at resources. You click down to the resource library, and from there you can filter through. You can sort by industry if you're an insurance company or healthcare. You can sort by that. You can sort by department if you're looking for more information on accounts payable. If you're looking for the past webinars that we've recorded that are technical. So I know we just did one on OnBase Foundation that a lot of customers are interested in sitting in on. That recording is out there, and actually I'll end up including that one in the follow-up email as well. But that's for the database where you can search all of those things. Again, we're definitely known in the OnBase industry as a partner that does a lot of education for our clients. So we look forward to doing that for Abby as well. I wanted to point out that we also host a blog on our website. So you can register for that. There's a newsletter to a monthly newsletter, wide variety of topics on there. It's not just, technical related content. There's just some industry content out there. It kind of compiles some of the events that we're hosting and puts them all in one place. So those are 2 really nice resources that are not troublesome, but more just meant there to help you. If you're into social media, we do have handles on these different sites, so I encourage you to check those out. And I wanted to bring up OnBase Community just really quick for those OnBase customers, because they did just revamp that entire website in the last couple of weeks. So if you haven't been out there, I encourage you to log back in and check it out. They completely redid the search within it. I don't know if they're using enterprise search or what, but it's supposed to be tremendously better. So I encourage you to check that out. And then again, with training, I did mention you can recertify at our summit. We also host a training course in Wisconsin, system admin and workflow. And then obviously Ohio, where Highland's located, has a ton of training. And then I believe they have some in California and a few other locations as well. So if you're looking for anything training related, you can reach out to purchasing@navient.com and they can connect you with the proper course and get you signed up for it and take care of the billing on the backside as well. So with that, I will open it up for questions. Go ahead and type them in your chat box or use the questions box, and we'll just hang on the line and answer any that might come in. We'll leave it open for a few minutes. I don't see any questions at this time, but there is an opportunity when you do leave the webinar in the survey to type in some questions, and we can have the appropriate person call you or have an Naviant executive call you. So thank you for joining us this afternoon, and we look forward to serving you.